Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to another video of our cybersecurity series. So in this video we will be discussing a SQL injection vulnerability and how to exploit it to retrieve sensitive data. The lab we will be focusing on is called SQL Injection with filter bypass via XML encoding, and this lab contains a SQL injection vulnerability in its stock check feature. When we send the product ID and stored ID to the application, the results from the query are returned in the application's response. So our objective for today is to use a union attack to retrieve data from other tables, specifically the admin user's credentials, and then log into their account. As you can see, there is a hint given on the page that a web application firewall will block requests that contain obvious signs of a SQL injection attack. You will need to find a way to obfuscate your malicious query to bypass this filter. So now I will access the lab and we will wait for the page to open. So now we have our page. We will explore the web page to find a stock feature. I'll click on View Details to view the results. And now I'll open Burp Suite. After opening Burp Suite, what we'll do is we'll turn on the intercept and I will capture the page request in Burp. First, let's observe the stock check feature. It sends the product ID and store ID to the application in XML format. We will use the burp repeater to send the post request with the store ID. And now we will try replacing the ID with mathematical expressions to check if the input is evaluated. So the attack is detected. It means our request has been blocked, flagged as a potential attack. We need to bypass the web application firewall to proceed. So first, I will select the payload. We will use the Hackverter extension for this. Simply highlight the input, right-click and select Extensions, Hackverter, then encode, DEC entities, or hex entities. As you can see, our input is being evaluated and it returns the stock for different stores. This indicates a potential SQL injection vulnerability. Now let's try to determine the number of columns returned by the original query by appending a union select statement. Next, we need to deduce that the query returns a single column. If we try to return more than one column, the application returns 0 units, implying an error. Since we can only return one column, we need to concatenate the return usernames and passwords. Union select. Username. Concatenation operator. Password. From. And then in the last line we will write users. So by sending this query we successfully fetch the usernames and passwords from the database separated by a character. User and passwords are displayed in the response. And in the last tab we will log in as administrator. So with the admin user credentials in hand, we can now log into the account and solve the lab. Now I'll update the email, and as you can see that our lab is solved. Thank you.